So the kick has gone fairly deep, and Food has obviously selected to drop a blitzer back in order to catch the ball, and we are joined by Jimjimany.
Hi Dan. Has it started yet?
Yeah, it has started. So KFoged is receiving. He's gone quite aggressive with his elves and put a load on the line. And the ball went quite deep, and he's dropped a blitzer back to catch that.
Nice.
Oh, let's sort out this top dice mat. It's been an excellent tournament, my friends.
Oh, good. Yeah. How's the streaming side going?
Very well. It was a total disaster yesterday.
Yeah.
A combination of internet connection and me not understanding how computers work, which is they try not to in every possible way. Meant that the sound wasn't very good, but we managed to figure it out. We had some good help from the guys in chat as well. And so today's been really good. We've been actually lucky, like all the games have been good as well.
Yeah.
And so this will obviously be a complete letdown.
Oh, defo. Yeah.
All this build up for the final. It'll be like 4 Sauruses off into 2 turns.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think with Core deciding to receive, I think it's unlikely that he can win the game in a half.
Yeah.
So you'll see. It's an interesting half. It's interesting he chose to receive. I didn't think that.
Yeah.
Or did he choose to receive? Did he win the toss? And
I don't know. I wasn't paying at that stage. I thought you knew, which is when you said it.
No.
I know that he normally likes to kick because he wants to know what he has to do.
Yeah, I agree.
He wouldn't be fair. Now, one of the interesting things is his opponent Jawa is one of the water bowl lots, so he'll know Food quite well.
Yeah.
So he'll know things like Food wants to kick rather than receive.
That's a dead dark elf.
And immediately dead. That's a great start.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
what is that, the yellow?
Just a lino.
No, blitz dodger. Dodge blitzer.
Yes.
Oh dear.
So we're down to. So for the guys confused, Jawa has 5 skink, so he's gone for the extra skink rather than the Apo. Personally, I prefer the Apo because you can use it on a KO. The reason why it looks like there are 2 in the box is this is actually his head coach model. So that is not a skink. This one here is the spare skink.
What's So that's the blitzer that was been KO'd. What's this model?
Was that another one that's gone?
I don't know. And what's this?
That is a skipping rope between 2 friends.
Yeah.
With Wolfen immediately regretting showing Jimjimany how to use the whiteboard. So how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that must be an extra miniature then.
Yeah.
Just not part of. Yeah.
And I think that was the Apo used.
Yep.
To make sure it's back in the reserves. And we have some coffee in the KO.
Come on, yeah.
So am I thinking Food was the first guy to win the NAF Championship twice?
Yeah, I think so. I think he won a couple of years ago, and he also won one of the earlier iterations. I think he may have even won the first one.
Okay.
Or
like the first one when it changed to the NAF Championship from after the GC.
Potentially, yeah. Or maybe that was. I think Beppe and Food won the first two.
Yeah.
Between them.
So like back in 2006, 7 sort of time.
No, 11 and 12.
Okay.
The NAF Championship isn't actually that old. It's,
right.
Yeah, 2000. I think this is the ninth one.
Wow.
So KFoged's been in a third of the finals.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Which is pretty impressive, really.
It is for a field of 200, because there are lots of other exceptionally good players like Simon, for example, who lost quite early.
I think KFoged's playstyle lends itself to a tournament like this. He's just ruthlessly efficient.
Yeah.
It's not. And the teams that he plays as well, Dark Elves, and I think he's used Amazons before.
So yeah, Food is currently in second place with his Dark Elves.
I think even if he loses, he still gets back to number one, doesn't he? There.
Yeah, he's bound to, isn't he? Five wins.
5 wins with double points. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at. So. This is Jawa's first tournament with Lizards.
Yeah.
Solid.
Cracking. Yeah.
Solid. And his current NAF tournament win ratio is 51.5%. So he's having a very good tournament.
Yeah.
And he'll have an even better one if he can take a few more players off. I was really hoping to see Halflings in the final.
Yeah, we were too. Yeah, his strength of schedule was really high as well, so he might have made it.
Yeah. Wow. Because we were talking to Food about it, and we said, "What do you think if it would be you against Halflings in the final?" Yeah. And he said it would be a disaster.
Yeah, that's a no-win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're either the guy, we beat Halflings, or you are forevermore the person who lost an NAF Championship to Halflings. And all you need is the Halflings to steal all of your rerolls.
Yeah.
That would have been especially hilarious in this Food build, because he doesn't take leader.
Yeah.
So, yeah, steal it.
Yeah,
steal
really interesting.
So Croxy block, it doesn't bone. Only a push against that blitzer. Which he has chosen to trap up against another Saurus. I'm not convinced by that. I thought that break tackle guy was better off where he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's quite weak. He's got a big gap here now.
Yeah.
All he needs is actually a single push to then run quite a few Dark Elves. I mean, it's risky because of maybe it's not so bad, but I think I'd go for that. I'd go for trying to move.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. What's he tackle? it depends how many Elves versus Lizards, from an Elf player perspective, usually devolves down to resource management. Almost, so you have to. It takes one Elf more than usual to assist to Saurus block, but.
And I guess with this one stunned, it might just be that this is.
Oh, was that stunned? No,
I think that was stunned.
Okay. Yeah.
I
do think you're right, though. I think this guy. I think the Saurus is doing almost nothing.
Yeah.
I think he would be better stood here. Or here.
Because I think as well, if that other Saurus was in this position here, I can't remember exactly where he was for the movement, but you could potentially even come around and start trapping some people, or you're only really just trapping the one person there. There's potential to trap a few more.
Yeah. And I also think, is this the Block Witch here? Blue or? Is that the Block Witch? Oh, bloody hell! It's going off.
Yes. Yeah. That's the Block Witch. Yeah. That's another push. Using the ball as just heading round. Yeah, that. Not to dig in the point too much, but if that player was there, it's not quite as easy.
Well, it wouldn't be done, but I thought Food might go for this. This is a very weak side of the cage, side of the line. I think the Block Witch did start over here.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So I think you could have had 3 or 4 Dark Elves here with the ball here. There's a little smiley face now.
Nice.
Yeah, but maybe it's a bit early in the half to do that.
No, Unholy Crusader. There's no illegal procedures at this tournament, or pretty much any tournament actually, or any tabletop. I can't remember the last time. Probably 1998. It's the last time I saw illegal procedure moves. Oh no, I know you know, Jim. I was asking. I was answering the earlier point from Unholy Crusader. But yeah, 2-break tackle is quite a common build for Lizards. 4-block 2-break tackle. It's commonly known as the English meta. There is a Crocs. The Crocs is here. I didn't note it down just because it's a Crocs. But yeah, if you have any questions, do let us know. I know that the pictures aren't always the easiest to see, so we will try and help you out as much as possible. But what is a surprise is the no Apo. Generally with Lizards you have either a 5th skink, a 3rd reroll or an Apo, and you have to pick 2, and the 3rd reroll and the Apo is the most common combination picked. So yeah, the 5th skink, no Apo. Yeah, not a fan of that.
So this is interesting. So there is this Saurus can blitz to ball carrier here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I don't know if that's worth going for. I think I'd do it.
1 die hit on a blotcher.
No, 2. You could negate this assist.
Yeah.
Or is that it is a dodger, so.
Yeah. So that's
with dump off.
No, that's not the runner. That's a blitzer. The runner.
Oh, really?
The runner has a purple skill ring, which is this one.
Oh, okay.
So that's the runner.
Yeah. All right.
And that's the blitzer.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Because one of these.
Even if it's not, even if it doesn't work, I think the way you want to play Lizardmen versus Elves, any of them really, is you just starts when you're strongest when you're defending. I think you just want to start some stuff, make something happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be good. It just needs to not be a passive game is what the Elf player wants.
Yeah. if nothing else, killing some rerolls early, just forcing them to, like forcing the linemen to make dodges.
Yeah.
So Rex has asked if we could pause the match and ask the players to raise the stakes. The loser has to shave the head, for example. There is no bigger stakes than the NAF Championship Final. So the way to find the lizards is look for tails. Those are the lizards. Well, not anymore. See, he's over there.
Oh, is he going for it? He is. Oh no.
So he's using the reroll. Yep, just checking he's on the right turn. What's it going to be? Just a push. Well, there's a block choice, so he could have taken that. They're both down to leave him in position if he wanted. He's gone for the push instead. There is no higher stakes in the NAF Championship Final, bro. Absolutely none. In any format of anything ever.
I heard Choi's making a Lizardmen team.
Yeah, he is. That's his next team up. Yeah, we've definitely been lacking a good lizard team. Probably the crocodile ones are probably the best. The old catalogue. Yeah. And I was talking to Jawa just before the game, and actually a lot of these ones are custom built. So like his Crocs, he's just put together from about 4 different kits, including.
Games Workshop got one yet?
No, I think they've just got they've got like a Lizardmen Age of Sigma range.
Yeah.
I imagine people just use that.
Well, I imagine they'll be on the card soon, won't they?
I expect so. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, the Sarkos. That's the ones. But yeah, Choi Division, who made the Zenobian Zenith Amazon team, is going to be moving on to Lizards next. So that's the Frenzy Wrestle Witch Elf, taking the 2 hits against the Skink and getting the pound the second time. Armour is broken. And it is a stun. And then off the other elf goes to help out somewhere else. So Food now this turn just concentrating on clearing his lines. It's only turn 4, so there's plenty of time to go.
I think Food looks in a pretty good position at the minute now. I think there's a long-term problem with Jawa's. He's losing advantage. He's now only got the Croxagore against one Dark Elf. There's a lot of I know they're quick, but this is not a strong defensive formation. Over here is really weak. It feels like he's being pulled apart a bit. And in the next couple of turns, I think KFoged might be able to isolate a couple of the Saurus. So if you tag this one here, tag this one here, with the Elves on the towards the centre, and start moving the rest of your Dark Elves over here, the next turn it'll be a lot easier. You can move down the side like this.
Yeah.
So that's what I favour KFoged's position at the minute. I mean, he did have to survive a hit on the ball carrier last turn to get it. But.
Yeah. I think even with the 2 break tackle Saurus, your block Saurus should still be closer together so that they can help each other. Like you say, you can just tag a couple up with linemen, and unless the Saurus gets an armor break, they're just staying in place the whole game.
I actually think it's good to use blodging players to mark them.
Okay, just because they don't go down.
And also it's easy to reposition them next turn. So the way you do it, the way I've seen it done best is you create almost an artificial man advantage in that if you have 3 blodgers marking 3 Saurus, and then you move off into one area of the pitch, in your next turn you'll have access to all your players, because the 3 players that they're not marked, they're Act 4 blodgers. But the Lizardmen player, he has 3 marked Saurus. So, and the chance of a POW followed by an armor break and a stun is low. So.
So the blitz used there to stand that Saurus up and hit the Witch Elf. And then he's just using the rest of his movement to go around to mark the ball carrier. And in goes the Crocs.
Unless he has something else planned for this square, I'd like to have sent the Croxagore here instead, just marking 2 Dark Elves with prehensile tail as opposed to just the ball carrier. I don't see a reason why that isn't just better.
Yeah, you could easily stop a chain push from just.
That's a good point.
But I think you can cover it from.
Yeah, with having strength 4 players here, it's unlikely that happens. But that's one reason.
But then even in this situation, you can just hand off to that chap.
Sure, but that's 2. But what I mean is, it's good.
Yeah,
it's.
But that's what I mean. You're like, these guys are then.
Yeah.
Having to stay at least 3 up and not join their friends.
Yeah.
So, it's not like the Crocs is stopping the ball from going away. So
I don't think the handoff doesn't look so good now. So it's like a nice turn from Jawa here.
Yeah, it's nice pressure.
But that's why I don't want to harp on about it. But that's why I think this is it's not good, because when you put pressure on like this, you know, like I think literally every one of Jawa's players is marking a Dark Elf in some way. Every small bit of advantage you can get when you do that, you know, it may seem small, but it makes a big difference. Because when you try and pick your way, when an elf player tries to pick their way out of a problem like this, they normally only need to find one crack, and then they can dig their way out.
Absolutely, that's been very much the story of the weekend for the games that we've streamed. Is you've got good players, but it's those fine margins that have made all the difference.
Don't know what I do in KFoged's position here.
I like the skink moving here. I think it stops.
Yeah, it stops a lot. Yeah.
That dodge out. I think that was a nice move. Yeah, Jawa played that well. Yeah.
I think I maybe would have preferred it here because that still stops this dodge out.
Yeah.
And he can't. At the minute, he can just be pushed for no real resource investment by this Dark Elf.
Well, that Dark Elf just stood up.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
then fine.
Yeah.
Oh, then it was definitely good. Yeah.
Okay, so I wondered why nothing was happening. Jawa's just left the table, probably for a comfort break or something like that. So KFoged is deep in thoughts. So
I think that's another.
Just doing some counting. I'm trying to get a webcam angle so you can see food at the table, but unfortunately it's kind of butt crack city, so we won't show you that.
I also think if you ever need to go to the toilet in a high pressure NAF game, you should go during your turn, so then you don't give your opponent any additional thinking time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. KFoged's in a difficult position here, and he's suddenly got an extra couple of minutes while Jawa's having a piss.
Yeah.
So
whereas Jawa should be there telling him to hurry up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's all about the psychological pressure.
Yeah.
It's a mind game. I really don't know what the answer is here. I can't see anything that does involve a 4-up. A 4-up.
Yeah. Perfect Blood Bowl. 2 2s, 1 2-ups.
Perfect Blood Bowl. Oh dear.
Oh, that's not the time to be.
So it looks like he's bringing round an assist here. That must be for this Sky block, this Dark Elf to block this Saurus.
Get 2 dice on that one.
And then that might that would free this player up to move here, which might allow this. This is the Blodge Witch Elf.
That's right. Yep.
1 dice here, which with 2 pushes like this will allow a 3-up dodge out for the ball carrier here. So I think that's what KFoged's working towards.
Yep, good spot. So that's the knockdown. That's the first one.
Yeah. And this is one of the things I was saying about KFoged earlier about his efficiency and he's a safe player, but in a very strong way. This plan, all his block dice, you don't need powers on them, so it's pushes. This still works.
This would be 1.5.
Yeah, this would be 1.5. But with a block player.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can create an.
Yes. Yeah.
So if he moves that round, it's 2 into
1.
2 into 1.
But it would be a go. So if this one comes out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
Yeah, you'd probably, instead of the go, take one prehensile tail dodge.
Yes, because you take the 1 in 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's a 1 in 9 rather than a 1 in 6.
Yeah. Dan! Oh, I like your mechanical keyboard. Where's the exclamation mark?
How many do you want?
Well, just L1, yeah.
I had another mechanical keyboard, which I was using at Eurobowl, but it was so clicky-clacky.
Right,
whenever I was typing during the stream, you could just hear it, so I had to get a quieter one. I
love my clicky-clacky keyboard, because when I'm at work and I'm dropping some sick JavaScript down, it makes a right noise. Yeah, people got to know when you're HTML in it.
That's it.
They have got to know.
So I think that's just to tie the crocs up in case something bad happens. Here he is coming around for the assist, makes the first dodge. Now the prehensile tail dodge, so this is a 3+.
Oh, a bit of handshaking there. He's feeling the pressure. The nerves.
Oh, is he blitzing out with the ball carrier?
Oh, he is.
Saves a dodge.
Well, he needed a power to save the dodge, although I guess if he just get pushes, it's still a 3-up, 2-up dodge.
Yeah.
And this allows him to use the Witch Elf to screen with. Yeah, that's real good play. That's what. And not possible if the Croxagore is here. Not possible if the Croxagore is there. So
I'd like to convey how smug Jim is looking right now, but any photographic evidence would break the internet. Hey KG, hey Coach Defro, welcome to the stream. And that the Crocs is out of it now, isn't he?
Yeah. And what's he next to? Oh, is that the?
Well, he could potentially take the Blocksaurus, but this angle again is really difficult. Another reason to have this guy here, because this guy cannot push him away. So you almost have to take the block with the Crocs.
What is that elf?
This guy up.
What is the elf?
That is the runner, Dodge Runner.
Dodge Runner. Yeah.
And that's the thing, from a very, very difficult position, KFoged actually looks like he might be in a position where he can even stall for 8.
Yeah.
So, block with the Crocs.
No, with the Saurus it looks like.
With the Saurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's taking them both down.
I think that's right, I'd have done that. The Crocs is so important here that it continues to stay relevant.
Oh, straight through armour. Just a stun. Just a stun. The ball is there's a ball token, random donut boy. So the ball token is under this player. So we like to use tokens rather than actual ball because it's a bit easier to see, especially when there are not players with the ball. I think the Grebo Elves are just on their website now. They should be, because that was last year, and they've done a whole other team since then. They've done all the Alastoran Chaos teams. So let's go, which is fine. So you can get an easy enough 1 die on the ball carrier, but that's not really good enough against a blodger.
Can you not get 2 die with this? Or are these swords both being?
No, but I think they're both marked.
Oh, is this player stood up or prone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So we got these 2 Saurus here, but this one's marked by that one.
Yeah,
that one's marked by that one.
Sorry, I thought that was a prone player.
And they're both marked by this one. So, if this one was prone, then that one could block there, which frees up that. So Croxy's coming round. And taking himself out of the game. So this Skink's dodging through to get the second assist. Stunty being used to good effect. Quite nice of KFoged to be moving his... KFoged's a very collaborative player.
Yeah,
He once helped me with a 1-turner against him.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, it didn't work, but I think I would have felt bad if it
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
So here we go, and the power is found. Now, will the bounce be kind?
Really nice turn from Jawa here. I think the last 3 turns have been some really high quality Blood Bowl.
So he needs a 4-5 or maybe a 7. He gets a 3. Well, that Skink's not getting it. He's going for it. He is. Gets the dodge. Gets the second dodge. And makes the goes as well. So yeah, just an extra tackle zone on the ball there. Just trying to stop maybe some shenanigans. That would be a 3-up dodge out. It's a much harder pickup now. Because with Elves being F4, there's always the nonsense, pick the ball up and just throw it somewhere. So makes the dodge. And makes the power as well.
That's interesting. Yes, he's done that.
No armor break, and he is going for the ball. So he needs a 3-up dodge, makes it. Needs a 3-up pickup, and makes it. Goddamn Elves. And the dodge as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. Oh, needs a reroll. I don't know, I think KFoged's still got some work to do here because there's plenty of players that can sack the ball carrier. I mean, there's always just not rolling a POW. That's always a thing. but this is a blodger, so it doesn't matter that this guy doesn't have block because you need to knock down. Doesn't really matter that this skink is trapped because it doesn't care about tackle zones. So here we go, 3 up dodge, made it. 2 up dodge. He's thinking about whether he needs to do it. There's a break tackle Saurus, but you can only rely on it to make one of the dodges. So yeah, KFoged's thinking, why roll extra dice? Just leave it in contact, force the opponent, and then thinks, and I bet he moves it back. Yeah, there we go. And he's moved it back again. Right, well, he's rolled the dice now, so okay. That seems a worse position. Oh, he's betting on the other one coming through, okay. There's a lot of dice being rolled. That was a lot of dice. And it comes to an end.
I'm just going to check on some stuff, mate.
But I think this is fairly easy for Jawa. He can move one of these. Yeah, plays into there. That cuts that. Block there, just needing a push. Then this one's tied up. This one's tied up. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, 5, 6. 1 go for 2 dice on the ball carrier. And then you've got skinks hanging around to potentially pick up. So the Saurus are here, 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 and here. Plus you've got the 2 break tackle Saurus here and here. This is the Crocs. And then you've got a skink there. That won't work. Skink there, skink there, skink there, and skink there. And everything else is an elf. This is the Dodge Runner. These are the Witches. And that's a Blitzer. And that's a Blitzer. And that's a Blitzer. Gets 2 dice but no POW. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Cool, perfect. So Jawa here just flooding people back. Sorry, yeah, I just popped the audio off just for a second, sorry. just because someone came over to talk about the final event, just the prize giving. So I just popped the mic off for just a sec while he discussed that. So the sound should be back now.
Ladies and gents, you've had approximately 1 hour, which means you've got an hour and 15, give or take, left. All 3 spot prizes are still available. Nobody's finished.
So here we go, the Frenzy Blitz out, gets the 2 pushes, and now is clear to make a 2+ dodge, which he makes. So that's 7 movement, and he's leaving it there, and he's going to try and form a cage. So I know KFoged is like edging through, but Jawa's doing a good job as we focus in on Food's head, what I like to call bold spot cam.
This is what it's been like for the whole hour and a half?
No, fortunately not.
Wow.
Yeah. I really hope he doesn't headbutt the camera.
Sit down, Food.
You're getting aside, mate. You're getting aside. So Jawa's doing a good job to force Food to stand up and lean over the table, obscuring the game. The score is 0-0, so that's we got the score, the half, and who's driving, like the game situation at the top of the screen. The turn counter, yeah, is correct now. This is turn 7 for Food. And we're joined by Deeferdan.
Hi, mate.
Microphone fame. So no one's finished their game yet?
No one's finished their game yet, I can't believe it.
Well,
outrageous. We had this
Don't they have hopes to go to?
really shitty little prizes. I mean, amazing spot prizes would make people want to play really fast.
Oh, so there are amazing spot prizes?
Yeah, so the first 3 games that finish will get a prize.
But you didn't announce what the spot prize was?
No, I did at the start of the round, not just now.
You said they would get spot prize?
Yeah.
What was the spot prize?
Oh, it's just miniatures and dice.
Well, that's not going to persuade anyone, is it?
Well, they don't know that. So you know, prizes. If you say prizes to people, they go fast. How's it going here?
Yeah, it's good.
Food's head.
It's good.
I saw him get sacked, and then he
cleaned it up. He cleaned up. He sent the Blodge Witch Elf. He sent in, dropped the skink, picked the ball up, and has run away.
In the bucket. So just take 2. Yeah, 1 for each player.
So we do have more cameras. We've got lots of cameras. So let me see if I can switch.
Do you want me to?
So this is where the game is being played. This is Deeferdan's ugly mug. This is my ugly mug. And this is the gaming hall where it's being played. And that's where the guys are over there. Shaky cam.
So I suppose the question now is, because the one turning, I mean, Core's going to be pretty happy with
scoring an 8, isn't he?
Scoring an 8 and leaving 1 turn. Although he's just moved his turn count to 8. Whilst Jawa's still on 6. But
I think he must have just nudged that.
Getting busy with himself.
Yeah, I think it's not turn 8 because
he's just KO'd.
He would have scored.
KO just skink there.
Oh right, so he's just moved to turn 8, right.
Oh, and then he scored. So he did actually roll some dice there.
Yes.
He KO'd a skink prior to scoring.
Yeah.
That is unconventional.
So KO's not back. The Apode Blitzer here is back. Well, I think it's good if you can get a 3-die with a blodger.
There's only 2 dice.
There's only 2 dice he went for. 2 dice with a blodger.
I mean, yeah. Solid. He had a reroll, so what is it? 1 in 92 or something. But effectively it worked because he's lost a skink now. So he had the second skink knocked out and then failed one of the 2 rerolls. So yeah.
Yes.
Good value, I guess. So I've seen you do a 1-turner with Lizardmen. You pulled it off at Kamdubs a while ago.
Yeah, I tried to forget that tournament.
Oh, that was the tournament where you played me and I was using halflings and I pitched with you. Yeah, sorry,
yeah, you did.
I forgot about
that. Did you now?
It's not easy because of the movement 8, but it's not impossible either.
Yeah.
I guess. Does it make a massive difference, you think, when you're defending against it? What's the sort of threshold of players to defend against it effectively? Because he's going for the deep defence rather than the...
I think one of the things is the standard defence, which is 3 here, and then players like that, or some combination. The back one might
like
be further forwards.
Mini columns.
That's obviously a lot weaker if you've even lost just 1 player.
Right.
But it's also quite weak against skinks.
Yeah.
Because they're just rolling lots of 3s. You're not necessarily making it harder by putting players closer together and forcing a 4 or a 5.
Is it also more dangerous for a right result or something like that as well? Because the opposition would have more opportunity to get around the back of you, as opposed to this where you've got a completely reactive line.
Not really, simply because not with Elves. Because actually this is really bad for a riot because you can just set up a cage like pretty much wherever you want, and then you can always just line dive with a skink.
Yeah.
So this is pretty disastrous for a riot.
Okay.
Because you're basically, it's as long as you pick up and pass, you're just giving the whole field away. At least if you force someone to set up a 1-turner properly, you're not getting quite so many diving down the side, and Elves are fast enough that they can get back to cover and put some pressure on.
It looks like he's not going for it anyway, to be honest. Well, he isn't, plainly.
It is possible, but I think I agree with you. That came round there. No,
he's not doing it.
He's just... Maybe he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know.
I'm surprised though. I guess, so this kickoff roll is massive then. Is it a 3? No.
Yeah.
Well, Food would be really happy with that.
Bonus reroll for this half.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Yeah, just trying to smash.
Just go for damage.
That's interesting. So Jawa, I don't know, do you know much about Jawa?
No.
So he played in the Water Bowl League for a season or 2 up in Manchester. He's now moved back sort of this way, the Nottingham way. But he plays a lot online on Fumble. Really, really active, sort of 3 or 4 active leagues. And he's got a pretty good record on there. He plays in the Water Bowl League and several others. But I think he's relatively new. You know, in sort of comparing him to somebody like Food, for example, who has been playing for years. He's relatively new to the game. He's a really nice chap. And he's sort of part of a little community of Spanish players who play over here in the UK.
Well, he's having a storming tournament.
Yeah.
I think we're going for a skink foul. Well, he's got a spare skink.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter too much if there's a sending off.
It's just on a line-up, presumably.
So, well, that was always guaranteed. That was just to check to see if there would be a sending off. And it's a KO. Well, if neither come back, that could make a difference. So unfortunately we have a referee here. So what happens if it's a draw?
So we are playing overtime if it is a draw. and we're using the pretty standard, slightly older overtime rules of 8 turns. So it'll be a coin toss, 8 turns, first person to score wins.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of the nature of the time of the day, and it's a Sunday evening, if we get beyond those 8 turns, then it would be the penalty shootout of rolling some dice. Which is, well, that's Blood Bowl. That's Blood Bowl anyway, right? But yeah, penalty shootout, which is, I'm not, to be frank, I'm not exactly sure how that would even work. I think basically you just roll a dice, highest wins.
That is never. You get +1 for every reroll?
Yes, that could be the case.
Yeah.
I should probably check. It's never ever gone to penalties. As far as I'm aware, the NAF Champs has never gone to overtime, I don't think.
Oh, really? Wow.
I will double check that factoid. But, and then in terms of sort of tournament trophies and stuff, these guys will get, one of them will win obviously, and one will be the runner-up of the NAFC, and then there'll also be the league trophy winner, who will be the highest placed other person across the field of 196. Frankly, nobody knows. Do you know what that is? That is Leipziger, one of our totally neutral referees, sending Core a dancing gif because he scored a touchdown. It's outrageous. And we've got it on camera.
That is outrageous. Shenanigans in the NAF. Oh, has he? Yeah. Oh, he's stripping down. He's feeling the heat. Well, that's probably from the studio lights as he was leaning over the board to score that touchdown. His back got a bit hot. So we are now in the second half. So Food, as you can see up here, is 1-0 up, and it is Jawa's drive. So he elected not to take the one-turner, instead going for damage, and got a KO, but the KO bin is empty.
Oh, right, yeah.
But we do have one injury. So it's 10 Elves against 11 Lizards. Yeah, Ali, he showed us that message after the game, that you were trying to psych him out. Yes, Rex, this is this will go into overtime and penalties. Oh, well, if it's a draw, it will. That's not guaranteed.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, not hope. Well, yeah, hopefully it won't go into overtime, because then we don't have to stay late.
That's a good point. It takes me about 40 minutes to pack up as well.
They were made very well aware of the situation before the game started. I just said to them, because we still got to try and get it in as close to 2.25 hours as possible. Yeah. I mean, obviously we'll go over the time limit at the end, but yeah. There's a lot of kids here we need to get home. We need to get them safely away.
Well, I got a 3-hour drive.
That's true, a lot of them will go to South London.
A lot of them are close.
No, the kids are all from South London as well. They've come from Elton. Yeah.
Stig's kids.
Stig's kids.
So if anyone here wants to have a look at the rest of the round 6 games that are being played, just follow that PDF link. Stig versus Besters, table 2. Watford Boy Badstorm, table 4. Lycos, Willsif, table 5. Willsif's halflings are on table 5, and he probably would have made the final with halflings had he won rather than drawn his last game against Panico's Amazons.
I think because of strength of schedule, he would have actually still finished.
Oh,
he'd
really?
have been third or fourth. Well, that's still ridiculous.
We don't need to tell the truth.
Sorry.
Tell him anything.
Okay. Yeah, he would have. Well, to be honest,
absolutely.
We were trying to work out how we could fix his strength of schedule if he had one that came. Because when I mentioned to Core there was a chance that he was going to be playing halflings in the final, and his face literally drained white because it's lose-lose.
Yeah, exactly.
If you play the NAF Champs final and lose to halflings, then you'd go down as a legend for all the right reasons.
I mean, you say that, Jimmy, but you know Blood Bowl well enough. If Food turns up to the final and plays halflings, all of his rerolls are going.
Yeah.
Wilsif will definitely get a one-turn throw teammate. That is bang on guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's just the way Blood Bowl goes. It's just the way Blood Bowl goes.
And also for Will to get where he's got. I mean, he's not been playing tier 3 teams. He's been playing tier 1 teams. He's a really competent player. I mean, you're still sort of probably 10-1 in favour of Core to win it, but at the same time, I don't think it would necessarily be a dicing if he lost it. He's really competent. So.
Yeah, Wilsif is an excellent player. Team England Euro winner.
Yeah.
Very, very good, especially at Lizards and Amazons. And now seemingly halflings too. Yeah, he said he might have won that last game had it not been for some Roxy.
Yeah.
No, sorry, some Carla nonsense.
Yeah.
Just pushes. That's all he needs to get the blitzer away from the ball. This pickup is vital though. This pickup has to go well.
It's pretty much game over, isn't it, if he fails his pickup?
Pretty much. I wouldn't have followed up then. Because I think...
How's it going in the top table?
Yeah, it's Food.
1-0 to the Dark Elves in the second half. Lizards receiving. So, but they're about to do a really critical pickup.
So it's looking like a Dark Elf victory at the moment.
Potentially, yeah.
Any injuries?
No, not really. One Dark Elf down.
One Lizard KO'd, one Skink KO'd. And it's a Line Elf as well that's injured, so not super important. Yeah. Food will be well used to playing 2-3 Elves down, so just being one down is fine for him. Yeah, absolutely take that.
So with this positioning now, even if he makes this pickup, where's he going that's going to be safe?
Well, that's it. This is why I wouldn't have followed up here to leave in contact.
So you can't screen it now, can he?
And then, because the lizards are hard to stop when they get going, but it can be difficult to get them going. A couple of failed pickups or some elf shenanigans. So really, you want to be locking the ball down as early as possible, even if it's back here, because you're so fast.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you're here and making some 3+ dodges.
Yeah.
Spot prices are gone, everybody. Spot prices are gone. But still hurried up.
It looks like he's just trying to box the lizards in, and then this is the pickup rule. So
I don't like this as well. I've had situations where this pickup has failed and it's fallen out of the cage.
Oh no, he's failed it. He must have re-rolled already. He's failed
the re-roll. He's played 5.
It's gone to 1. So
no, it went to a 5.
Oh, sorry.
So it's on this one. Has also failed to pick up.
This is it.
He needs this to go well. 4. It's back onto the skink.
Oh!
Catches it! Oh, he got away with that one. Oh my lord.
Oh my days.
He has. It's still a turnover because the pickup was failed. But wow.
That was enormous.
I like the amount of times Like when I was first playing lizards and I put a saurus next to it and it would just fall outside and you just like...
Yeah.
Obviously a gutter runner or something would come and just scoop it up and run away. He got away with that one massively. Massively. Oof.
So he's got prehensile tail on the witch there.
This is a blitzer.
Oh, beg your pardon.
So yeah, this is a dodge blitzer.
So where is...
The other dodge blitzer is here.
Okay. His witch has got double flank, double...
There. This is the wrestle witch.
Okay. Is it that one? The blue? Yeah, it's the block witch is double bagged. Is bagged by the...
The block witch is here.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear.
And this is the... No.
No, right.
This is the dodge... Wow, why did I put that?
Thanks,
this is the dodge runner. So dodge runner down here, wrestle witch here, block witch here, and then the 3 squares are the dodge blitzers for the Dark Elves. And on the lizard side we've got a break tackle saurus here and here with the yellow skill rings, and then we've got 4 block saurus, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the grounds here.
Yeah. So the witch blocked its way out.
And then the skinks are here, and here. And then the Croxy is there.
Blimey.
What a game.
I mean, yeah.
It's times like this I'm so glad I'm not playing.
Yeah. It's been refreshing to come and referee and just...
One of my best tournaments
ever. It was really lovely this morning to wake up and just be like slightly hungover and not worry about having to think about stuff apart from counting to 95 for the tables.
But we will be off to Italy in 2 weeks. We'll be taking lizards.
Yeah, Bologna. I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's going to be a great tournament. So yeah, any Italians who are watching this or any other guys who are planning to go to the Italian Team Cup in Bologna in a couple of weeks, we will see you there. Team TackleZone, myself, Deeferdan, some complete chump called KFoged.
Yeah, I think he might be on the telly right now. But we've done all right there. He was our stand-in.
He's our fill-in, best player now.
Frankly ridiculous.
And then J-Bone, who seems to, he's like a virus. He seems to contract himself onto every one of these tournaments. We'll also be there, so we'll have fun doing that.
That was glorious. That was the referee's nose.
That was
our really
head
sensible
official
head
Jimjimany's
official.
close-up nose face. So the people that said yikes, that would be a yikes. Karen said, we'll be waiting for this. Karen, what team are you on?
It's a bit difficult actually because I felt like we were kind of just going for the food, and
we are absolutely
the actual food, and now we have food on our team
for the food.
Food. Who won't? Although it's interesting one because it's obviously the World Cup rules, and we all said like let's take the teams that we're probably using at the World Cup, and food is using Underworld, so he'll be there with Underworld.
Oh, great. So I also went to the Italian Team Cup, which was in Florence 2 years ago, and that was fantastic. And Florence was a great city to explore. And yeah, we had a really good time at Bologna. So last year it was VM Cat and Lycos joined J-Bone and myself. We won best defence and came 5th.
Oh crap. That means you did really well, which means there'll be expectation this time round.
Oh yeah, you can't let the side down. Especially now we've got food in the team, they'll be gunning for us.
Am I the only one using a tier 1 team as well?
No, I'm using Norse.
Oh, good man. Excellent.
But I'm using the French Norse.
Oh, you're using the French Dirty Foul?
I'm using the French Norse team.
Excellent.
Simon is proud of me. I am Simon ACP's protege. I love, like, when we did it in Florence, it was amazing. It's the best start to a Blood Bowl tournament I've ever been in. We were down in the basement of a hotel, and all of a sudden there was a massively loud fanfare, and Smilzo, dressed as St. John, replete in Pope mitre hat and cane, came out onto the stage and gave a sermon, and then blessed all of the predatory Firenze Florence team.
That's awesome.
By throwing water at them. It was ridiculous. Every Blood Bowl tournament should begin that way. And yeah, Bologna was very good, but it didn't have the start that one did. Oh yeah, you were the translator. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, because there were two, well, mostly English teams. Food was there, and Simon was there, and 6 English people. Well, 5 English people in J-Bone. We're not quite sure what species he is.
From Derby, isn't he?
He's a Barbados from the lovely Principality of Barbados. All right, Kern, yeah, you were translating for us. Where was right next to you? That was what a tournament! What an absolute tournament!
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to get some more European tournaments under our belts over the next 18 months. World Cup aside.
Yeah.
We're already planning for like Poland next year for the Euro Bowl, and Morley Test if we can do it, and all the rest of it.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Lutece last year where you joined us. That was incredible. I was telling some guys in a taxi on the way into town yesterday about the backseat shenanigans, which we shan't air on the stream.
I think we should probably fly next time. But
licking was involved. Anyway, back to the game. So we have a nice cage over on the side. Food's team is somewhat fragmented.
Frozen. No, they have gone from the table.
Food's
I just
team
thought it had frozen.
Is fragmented here. No, that's a good thing because this webcam up here does not behave.
Okay.
So yeah, sometimes. Well, there was one time where we just saw someone's hand still,
right?
And it was because they had their hand still for about 30 seconds. But every other time, it has been because the webcam has frozen.
Yeah, they're just.
Yes.
They're just chilling.
Are we rejoined by the 2 drunk flings?
Yes, we are. Quick question, what camera do you use?
So the main camera is a Logitech Brio, because you need like the 4K to be able to see the models, and then the dice cams are just cheap 920s, and then this organizer cam here is a 930. So
you're using all Logitech?
Yeah, it's all Logitech ones, and then I've got some special connectors to make it work over that distance. Yeah, we'll do.
I do AV installs.
Oh, perfect. Well, I've recently, for doing some other videos, I've recently bought a Canon M50, and I'm really enjoying that. I haven't a clue how to use it, so I'm still learning. There's lots of options, it's good. So yeah, I was looking at doing that, but as you said earlier, it's classified as a camcorder if you go longer than 30 minutes. So
Has its downfall for its actual image quality, they're always better, which is why I use mine. And I tend to do a lot of edits videos that I do because the image quality is on top of the price.
That's it. So for the TackleZone YouTube channel, I've started to do some other videos, like some unboxings and things like that. And it's really, really good for that because the image quality is so crisp. Yeah, it's perfect.
There's some potential shenanigans about to happen with some chain pushing, I think. It's looking like, I don't know, because obviously that extra lizard. Sorry,
the streamers can't see you pointing.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Oh, along this way, there looks like there might be something that could happen. I don't know. Oh, this Saurus here is kind of an addition, I guess, because he was a bit scared of the surf. I don't know whether he's Venga busting it a little bit to.
I think so. Yeah, I think that was to stop the frenzy surf.
Yeah.
But also it just stops the 6-up dodging.
Yeah.
Not that I think Food would go for it this early.
Yeah, that's true because it is a major commitment, isn't it? Although you almost feel like
he might do as a shot to nothing. He might move all of his players into a good position and then see what happens.
I know he's probably keen to not concede any touchdowns all weekend because he hasn't conceded any yet. But you almost wonder whether he'll just let him trolley in a bit there. Oh yeah, there is a Crocs.
A Crocs.
It's not.
Yeah. So I tend to only write the skills down. So what we do is maybe this is actually something to learn from me. In TT, because the skill packages and the tournament packages are generally very similar, there's a certain set number of builds. So if I say something like this is the 5 skink no Apo build, people would know that's a Croc 6 Scorus and then 5 skinks instead of 4, which means that he either has to drop a reroll or an Apo, and in this case it's the no Apo build as opposed to the 5 skink 2 reroll build, or most commonly the 4 skink Apo build. But of course that's fine if you're doing TT all the time. If you prefer leagues, if you're mainly a league player, that's going to be something which you're not going to be so familiar with. So yeah, that's something I need to get better at, just better explaining what is present.
So I think there was a 1-die blitz there on the front break tackle Saurus,
which has dropped it
and
down.
he took a both down result on the block player. So he's just trying to screen him in, because he's committed really early there, hasn't he, in terms of going down a flank position. I was almost thinking because he had the space to position more centrally and a bit further back, closer to the Crocs.
This is it. I think for me, this 4x4 square is almost always a trap every time.
Yeah.
If you end up with the ball in this 4x4 square, you tend to get blocked here and blocked here, and it's bad news time.
Yeah.
And he's kind of dangerously here. You're not so bad because often you can reposition.
Yeah.
But
you can see how he's covering the repositioning as well, isn't he, now already?
Yeah, that's it. So this is really okay because you're blocking off this line here as well, which means you can reposition back round.
Yeah.
But in this case, there is no line.
Yeah.
Which means Food is just pressing hard up here. I know there's some time left, but he doesn't really want to drop straight back. So yeah, he's under some pressure here. No, Zov, it's not thinking on your part at all. It's just good lessons for us to learn about how to best explain and present. Obviously, there are big challenges with tabletop relative to online. One thing being getting co-commentators is quite difficult. You can't just have lots of people with headsets so often, streaming from different computers. We need to make sure that we're far enough away from the players that they can't hear us, because that would be the worst thing. If they could hear everything they were saying, that would be really off-putting. Yeah. In general as well, because they have to volunteer to be on the stream. Again, if you're watching in a league, it would be easy to watch over Twitch, or it would be easy to watch on the Blood Bowl 2 or Fumble viewers without interrupting the players. Here we need to make sure that the lighting setup, the rigging setup doesn't kind of interfere with how they would normally play. We don't want people to be distracted. So yeah, just like a few real world things that we need to get over, but we're always looking for more feedback. So any suggestions you guys have are really, really welcome, especially thanks to the guys yesterday who stuck with us during some sound problems and helped us sort that out for today. Really appreciative of that, guys. And yeah, now Jawa's just trying to look to create some space, so finds the power on the first block.
That's massive, really, isn't it?
He needed that player down.
Because as soon as he went, though, I mean, he's obviously committing to carrying on going forwards based on that initial move.
Yeah, Jimmy, that's good feedback as well. We're a little bit limited by the rig, but I definitely have it quite central, whereas maybe dropping the main camera down the side would make the players look a bit more three-dimensional. I think one of the things, it's kind of easier for me to tell the players apart because I've actually seen them in 3 dimensions, so I know that this is the Crocs straight away because I've seen the Crocs a lot of times. And here is Paul Gegg. Hello, Paul Gegg.
How did you get on, Paul?
We had a win.
Did the humans?
What's going on in the final? What's the update?
So KFoged received in the first half and managed to score in 8. Jawa did not one-turn him, and so we're halfway through the second half. And Jawa's a little bit stuck against the sideline. So it's still very much in the balance, and being Saurus, you can afford to be a little bit more stuck than if it was some other teams. But it's, definitely in the balance. So the Dark Elves have lost 1 lineman to an injury, and the Lizards are at full strength. They've lost the Skink to a KO, but they had a 5th Skink. So it's 11v10. So yeah, very much in the balance.
So he's basically just repositioned, but he's staying over there, which is interesting because he's not. Oh, okay, he's reconsidering that now. It looks like he's having a real deliberation.
He's having a moment, isn't he?
It's maybe hoping for Core to give him
He's having a
some
bit
advice.
of a think about his life. Yeah, Core is probably giving him advice. Like genuine, like not trick advice, but genuine advice. So that 2 was a successful dodge because that Saurus has break tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't really do more than one table, just because the way to make it work over this distance is you have to use some connectors to get it from USB to Ethernet and back to USB, and they are not cheap. In fact, most 30-meter Ethernet wires don't actually work either. I had to get some special cables too.
Yeah,
so the price did get a little bit high. So yeah, I'm definitely not forking out for a second table.
So that was his turn. He actually stayed where he was in his turn.
Not the worst thing to do.
No.
I've had that with a few lizards. Like sometimes you can't improve your position, so it's very much a case of just creating some space. But yeah, I think he maybe should have tried to get, like, maybe he could have used the skink back here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 1 on the dodge. He's got a dodge skill reroll, but it's a 2, and that's a critical prehensile tail.
Okay, that's
So he's down. This will definitely be a dead player. So he's rolled a 9 on the armor. Told you. Every time.
Can you do the splat thing now where he does?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just
yeah,
for
yeah.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Let me see.
Just change the colour to red and just give him a good scribble.
That one.
It's just another 11 and another armor roll and another 10. Oh my word!
This is kicking off.
Oh my word!
And he's used the Apo. He used the Apo near the beginning.
Quick enough. This is monstrous. That is an enormous turn. Because the thing is, as well, it's the longer turn damage now in this format. You know, he's in turn 5. He scores in turn 8, but then all of a sudden there's only 7 Dark Elves or 8 Dark Elves.
How's it going?
Well,
it's
just lost
turned a
2
bit.
players.
Sorry?
There's no transparency. Hang on.
Oh, sorry?
Core's just lost 2 players in a
Really?
turn from a dodge and a block. So it's down to 8 guys.
And what's the score?
It's 1-0 to Core, but it's now looking like
Oh god, we're going to have overtime.
it could be overtime. Depending on this turn, really, because Core turned over fairly early in his turn. So
It depends if he's either 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, well,
that's
that's
time to get some back.
yeah,
Oh, they turn 5. A second
Yeah.
half.
yeah, turn 5 the second half. Yeah, that's
No, that's no good. Well, that's supposed to be transparent.
you need to work on your red splats, man. That's for next year's NAF Champs.
Hang on. Can we do anything about this?
No, he's just rolled another 10 on an armor. Oh wow, that could have been ridiculous. All I was expecting you to do was get your little scribbly lines and just do a little scribbly splat.
We can do better than this.
It's an absolute meltdown. It's complete madness.
Where was this one? Here?
It doesn't really matter anymore.
Here?
That'll do.
There we go. Where was the other one?
In the middle here somewhere. Oh, excellent.
There we go.
Yeah.
Don't say I don't do nothing for you guys. This is, I kid you not, this is as high tech as I get. This is the limit of my artistic skills. You guys are blessed.
So this is a really important part of this turn now, is how he progresses it forwards, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah.
And takes advantage of that space that he has.
Yeah.
Oh. So he lost the yellow ringed blitzer.
So yeah, the yellow ring
lost
blitzer lost to the dodge, and then he lost
the witch.
The blodge witch.
Wow. It's monstrous.
That is monstrous. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's put the whiteboard back on.
Hi everybody, there are 40 minutes left in the round. 40 minutes. We have to get all the results in for 5:30 when the round ends, so we can get the awards and stuff done on time. So if it looks like you might not be
another KO
5:30 at the current pace, if you could speed up a bit and get the results in as quickly as possible, that'd be great. Thank you.
Well, this is starting to look really good for the Lizards here. If he can score in turn 8, there's not, with only one frenzy, I don't think there's enough players for food to one turn, so he'll have to set up for the riot. But if it goes into overtime, 11v8.
It's crazy. It's
well, I mean, it's 50-50 at that point, isn't it?
That literally, I mean, it's blood bowl.
That's freed him up. That's freed him up.
But there's
now the middle is
three
just
dice
open.
rolls, and he's still got 2 players in on that blooming Prince Hotel Crocs as well. So he's not like he's in a. I mean, he screened him quite well as well there.
Yeah, he is.
All of his team is effectively behind the cage.
Yeah, Croxy's doing good work. These are not, well, this one's okay, but this one's in a bit of trouble. It's a 3-2 out. Food's going to struggle to even cage.
Yeah. Let's see how he can really screen him. It was a great move actually to just come back into the centre there as well.
And that's a 6. That's a 5 if you wanted to go for some crazy cage break. But there is a Venga bus, so it would be 1 die. But then, you know, in here, pow, ball drops here.
Which scores.
Off you go.
Easy peasy.
Game over. No, that's a waste of a 6.
These next, yeah.
That was the easy one. That was a 2.
Okay. So is that what he's doing? Maybe the wrestle witch, because now he's taken that tackle zone away. I don't know. Surely he's not a 5.
I think it's got to be the. It's probably better with the wrestle witch, just to get the second in. But I'm wondering, because it's hard to negate this player as well.
Yeah.
So you might not want the frenzy.
Yeah, the frenzy.
Normally you'd want the frenzy for sure.
Okay. He's definitely looking at it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I guess he figures it's this turn or never, because realistically next turn he's.
If you can't stop them from scoring,
Yeah.
with normal play, take a shot to nothing. The only thing is potentially risking.
So what's this dodge of 5?
So this is a 5. It's a 2. Dodge reroll.
No.
This is a dead witch, isn't it?
Oh,
it's a 2 into a 1.
if
Down goes the
if
witch.
This witch dies.
Armor
Oh
break.
my god.
It's turn 8.
It's just a stun. It's just a stun.
Did you see the power
venom,
that he
the
put into
absolute
that?
venom of the dice roll.
Joe Manji's home, everyone. Joe Manji's safely home.
Joe Manji's home. Hi, Joe.
Wow. And then takes down the other lineman. Bloody hell. Oh, break.
I mean, I think Joe's making a mistake here. I think he needs to move some players first. I've seen so many situations with like a quad skull.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair enough. Hit this one, but then get these guys safe. Just get them caged up. Then you can take that block, blitz this guy, pin him.
Yeah.
Walk it in for 1-1.
Yeah, because I suppose he stunned the Wrestle Witch, but yeah, as it stands, it's unnecessary risk, isn't it? Oh yeah, and he hasn't moved his turn counter.
Yeah, so it's turn 7. There we go. Food herd. Food's so helpful.
I'm going to go and check to see if there ever has been an overtime before. In
Yeah, do so. Yeah.
Because that's an interesting factoid.
Oh, this is it. Get for glory. Glory. I was happy with the draw. I'm 3-2-1. I'll cock your hoop. Oh, I've got 1-2.
So the old TT trick of marking your cage out with dice. This is a really nice formation. This is called a fortress. The idea is you can put 4 Saurus or something on the corners. This would be the ball carrier, and then you effectively double Vengabusts. So this is a standard lizard formation against elves.
So I just had it confirmed there has never been an overtime in the NAF Champs before.
Wow.
But there was 2 occasions when it was the Blood Bowl at GWHQ.
Right. Making history.
So yeah, this is unless something dramatic happens. But I think the dramatic thing might have already happened, to be frank. He's skinking that corner, so he's dropping it back round.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, he's just a little bit worried about this skink disappearing and then contact being made against the ball carrier if it were here. So he's just dropped it back into this corner. To be honest, as long as the ball carrier has a friend either side like this, it's good. That is not good. He's actually messed that up. No, he's messed that up.
Why has he messed up?
Okay. Now it's okay.
The one thing about him being at the back there means that he's exactly 8 squares, so if he does, on the off chance, get something in on the ball carrier,
yeah,
just a push would make it. I mean, it's probably
looks
the
like
least
he
of his
wants it
worries
in
right
this
now.
corner just because of this player.
Yeah.
But there are other players that can do it.
Yeah.
Generally, especially against leaping wood elves, you generally want the ball carrier pointing towards them because it's about having the net. So you can never stop, like the 6 roll right into here.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 5 actually.
Yeah.
The 1 die pack, you can't stop that. You can't legislate for it. So what's important is that the skink then ends up being pushed into the control square.
Yes.
So if the skink was here and the elf goes in here, well, completely messed that up. If the skink is here and the elf comes in here, you want to be controlling these push squares. Now that's obviously in the middle of the cage, so that's fine. And then you put an extra player sort of there to catch it from coming out.
Right, okay.
So it's very much around forming the net to catch the ball. Jawa can do the full no-gap cage, but I don't... Well, in terms of, I think he's got the players to do it, but I don't think he can do it in terms of the full movement. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I don't think he's got quite enough players left because he took some blocks. So this chap was left and this chap was left, and I think he would have needed those two. That would be justice though, because one time Food did win by turn 7, having his ball carrier there, and then just doing that with his other players, which meant because he wasn't playing against Wood Elves, there was no leap. He was like perfectly safe. There was nothing his opponent could do. Oh, it's a 1 into a 3. So now the break. Dodge is gone. He does have rerolls. In it comes. It's a 1.
Not happening.
And he's... Oh, was that a reroll used as well? Was the reroll already used?
He must have decided against it to keep it for the overtime, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he would keep it for the overtime.
Because rerolls don't carry, right? So.
Yeah, that's right. Well, sorry, they do carry. They don't regen.
Sorry, they don't regen.
Yeah. So he would be saving the rerolls. You're absolutely right.
This is Jawa's 8 now, so he should just walk it in, right? No.
So Jimmy, it's not an illegal procedure if KFoged moves your turn count for you.
Oh, he's
that's what we've decided. What is he? I don't know.
He knows it's his 8. He doesn't need to roll any dice, but he wants to surf this guy for whatever reason. Wow, he's going for it. 3 dice.
It's 3 dice.
Yeah. He didn't get the push he wanted. He'll probably score 11-11 now anyway.
No, double 1.
There is half an hour left.
Well, that is a great armour break. That was 14 on the armour.
Still.
What are you thinking about, mate?
Oh my word.
Oh!
He cannot. He wants to use his blitz. Wow.
With a non... This is a 1 in 81. He...
For the...
No, it's 3 dice. It's 3 dice. It's okay. It wasn't a 1 in 81. Okay. It was 3 dice. Still, it's nonsense. Like, what are you playing at?
Can you imagine losing a major championship
to a quad skull?
A vein. Quad skulls. Just a vanity block. Wow. So
it is 1-1, and now
Food has a turn.
We have a Food 1 turner.
So this KO roll is pretty massive because that would give him 8 players.
Yeah. So Jimmy and maybe Joe Manager should know this. How many players do you need for a 1 frenzy Witch Elf, Dark Elf 1 turner? Do you need 8 or can you do it with 7?
I think he must have failed it actually. There's a 2 up there. And he's setting up, so presumably he's rolling.
Yeah, he's failed it.
10.
Okay, so neither of those.
It's irrelevant then.
So what this needs to be is anti-riot.
Yes, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, with it being 3 dice, yeah, it was better. But yeah, I thought it was a 1 in 81, 2 dice because it was a break tackle Saurus hitting as well, not a block one. Because why not?
because kill or melons, like Joe says, kill or wins.
Kill or wins. Or maybe is it 10 guaranteed no matter the setup, and maybe 9 in some setups?
Yeah, or maybe 9 with 2 frenzy pieces.
This is.
But he's only got 1 frenzy piece.
Yeah, he's down to 7. He's down to 7 with 1. This is it, 1 frenzy piece as well. 7 with 1 frenzy piece.
It looks like he's. Wow. Did you see him do his movement 7 1-turn touchdown last week? It was on his Twitch stream. He did it with witches.
Yes, I was co-commentating.
Oh,
well, I wasn't co-commentating at that point because I was trying to get one of my cats indoors.
Oh, okay.
So I missed a lot of that.
So you missed it.
But he did it, and it was against Necromantic as well.
Yeah.
So the
against
guy.
the Sun Firms, yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
and
so he had to manoeuvre a zombie.
So good.
He left a zombie too close.
It was,
and he manoeuvred the zombie back in.
But it was also, and it's worth watching back, just for cause celebration. This little celebration noise at the end. It's quite a glorious thing. I did ask him if he was going to make that noise when he won the NAF Champs, and he said yes. So
I am recording a lot of Foods laughing to use at various videos at various points.
That's amazing. He's definitely got something in his head. Gio.
1-1, yeah.
So, Gio, right, we were just wondering about those blocks before you walked it in there at the end. Did you just feel like it? Because, I mean, yeah. You just, I don't give a fuck. What a hero.
Okay.
There you go, we've had it.
Gio was actually just going out for a smoke because he doesn't give an F. Food looks like he very much does give an F.
I think he's just happy to get a draw, frankly. and make us all have to go home late. He's now going for a smoke.
You can't psych out people who don't care.
Don't give an F. I was not anticipating you say that.
Amazing.
Wow. If only there wasn't a camera on him, this would be where he slipped on that witch elf. Oh no.
The previous week on Food's stream, there was the cross-platform cup.
Yes.
Where he took on Andy Davo. Did you see Food's score in the first half?
I didn't. I haven't watched.
So he got very unlucky to double one a dodge, which meant that Andy Davo was able to get the ball.
Right.
But then he needed a play which involved loads of go for it, loads of dodges, getting a power to knock a ball down, and then long bombing a pass to a witch elf stood in the end zone. It's like a 1.2% chance of success. And someone clipped Andy Davo's face as a reaction, and it was pure bemusement.
That's great. It was we were so close to a Davo Food final as well.
We were, yeah.
So Davo lost 2-1 to Stig in the last turn.
Yeah, I think Davo could definitely have gotten a draw in that last one, but I was talking to him before the game, and he said it was just go for broke. There's no point.
He had to win.
There's no point in a draw at that point. You have to win to get into the final.
He had a very good strength of schedule. I think it would have been tight between him and Jawa as to who was going to play Food.
Yeah. But Stig himself could have gone to the final.
Yeah, very close as well. Yeah.
Because also in his game against Panico Black in the previous game, he missed a surf, which would have almost certainly stopped Panico from scoring and maybe even allowed him to score himself.
Wow.
So he could have won that game. And then probably would have been playing Andy Davo because there would have been 3 people on maximum results at that point. So could have still played Andy Davo and won, and made it into the final against Food. So he's had an exceptionally good tournament as well.
So Gio is still out having a fag.
So it's just Food,
we're just gonna be
just pushing things around, doing lots of counting. So Jimjimany said earlier that you should never go for a break on when it's your opponent's thinking time because it just gives them an extra couple of minutes to decide.
I can see Geg worrying. Oh, he's coming back. He's on his way. No worries. Dave, you're gonna have to come and sit in.
Why?
Because there's no one here.
Yeah, because why does there need to be?
No, this is your opportunity, Lycos, to give us a Lycos monologue.
Oh, you mean commentate for the masses?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I don't know if it's been summarised, but
tell everyone.
Food is in a little bit of trouble here. It all depends who wins the kickoff. It looks like, this is the one-turner. Oh, that's not a nice place for the kick to be, right under the Croxigal. Yeah, he's going to struggle to do the one-turner here, I think. That's it. So, Food's trying to do the one-turner. No, he's wrestled it down.
So that'll appear to be the one turner over. I guess Food's now going to try and hit the last Saurus, try and get him off the pitch. At the moment, as we go into overtime, Jawa's going to have all 12 men, and Food's got 7 at the moment. Depends if his KO comes out.
Yeah, so definitely 8. Probably, sorry,
definitely 7.
At least 7, maybe 8.
The one turner's not worked. It's going to be about who receives the ball, because even with 7, you know, with the Dark Elves, you can try and do the 2-turn score quick.
Yeah.
Is if Jawa wins the kickoff, then he's going to have a little bit of time to pick it up, crunch his way down the pitch. Right, and that would have... We've got a large number of live streamers watching us. Didn't realise it would be as many as that.
Yeah, great to have you guys all with us.
Absolutely.
Joe, yes, I believe it is sudden death in overtime.
Yes, it is. So where's that? Where did you see that? On your... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm picking over from Joe.
Yeah, so big thanks to Joe Manji for joining me on the stream over the weekend, especially I was getting quite frustrated on the first day. So yeah, Joe, having you here to help me out was a real blessing, buddy. Thank you very much for that. So the NAF Championship will be going into overtime for the first time, and this is the all-important role.
I was going to say, is this the first time?
Yeah.
I was thinking, I don't remember. I've only missed one since 2004, and I don't remember there being overtime before.
So apparently, when it was the old GT, that happened twice in overtime.
Oh, did it?
But this is the first time the NAF Championship.
This is our 5th year here, isn't it? Oh, hello! It looks like Food's receiving. Yes, so that's the interesting one, because he could go for the 2-turn score. They both got re-rolls, I believe.
They do. And it looks like Food has won one, actually.
Yes, I think
he
right.
did from the last one. Yeah, so he's up to 3. He did have a cage break opportunity on a 5, rolled a 2, had already used dodge, and then declined quite wisely, we think, to use one of his re-rolls to save it for overtime.
Yeah. Well, 3 re-rolls Dark Elves, 2-turn drive. Actually, you fancy he's just going to get around the edge as quick as he can and screen off and score.
Yeah. This is I like this setup from Jawa. He's stopping people from going too wide. He's got these break tacklers here that can move away if needed. But it's very tricky for Lizards to stop the Elves here.
Yeah, it is. No tackle, get the ball in the hands of a blodger.
But, yeah.
Where's Jawa from?
Spain.
So he another European final.
Well, both.
Did you understand that Food is receiving?
Yes.
Yeah, we just commented it.
3 rolls to 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 8 turns.
8 turns and sudden death.
But sudden death.
Sudden death.
Yeah.
First one wins.
But both domesticated European finals. So Jawa was in Manchester for a while, was in the Water Bowl for a couple of years.
Oh, right, okay.
And apparently now lives near Nottingham, so
cool.
not too far away.
That's another re-roll. That's another re-roll. And that is going to be 4 re-rolls of Food.
Yeah, Food has the fame, so it's automatic.
Oh, 4 re-rolls. Wow. Oh, that's a pretty...
With 6 players, I mean, 3 double ones.
He's only got 6.
Yeah, he lost another player. So we've now got One, two,
no, so
three.
I saw the
the
three.
new one
So
there.
I,
So
just,
four.
just as I was coming into the booth.
And the KO didn't
the
come back.
Yeah, there were only 3 and 1 just as I was leaving the table coming in here.
Yeah.
So, okay. Certainly no. Just go straight in the middle there, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to get the ball, of course, but. What's he lost, Food? He's lost a Dodger, and he's
So
lost...
this is a blitz, the dodge blitzer.
Yep.
Block witch, and
Sure, that's not the runner.
I think that one was the runner.
Runner's a yellow base. I played food.
that's the
I played
runner.
Food in game 2, and
That's
he
the
was
runner,
using
yeah,
that
you're
as the
right.
runner, and the witches have yellow bases.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's a witch there, that one there, and
No, this is a blitzer.
That's a
Because they've
blitzer,
got
is
a
it?
yellow skill ring around it.
oh, that's cool. Yes.
I think you're right. I think
can't
this
see
is-
the yellow base.
Yeah,
It's-
this is
it's
the
paint-
block witch,
Right.
and that you're right. That is the runner.
That's the runner.
I remember it now. That is
So he's got the ball. He's picked it up.
Yeah.
And he's handed it
The line
off
went
on a
down,
2-pass.
sent off.
And he's going for, wow, he's just making a run for it. He can, oh yeah, he's just making a run for it. Wow. Okay, that's pretty aggressive Food. And now he's just going to try and screen off as best he can.
It's going to 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not going to be too
Dodge.
hard to get 3 dice, is it? Here.
It depends, so he's going to...
15 minutes left in the round.
Can you get someone there?
If anybody has lost any property, we do have a few tokens, some headphones, a player. And
He's going to get skinked through there. His best option is surely trying to get a skink through and hoping he rolls a power. He's going to be. He can do it all with no dodges. Can that Saurus get in there?
I don't think the Saurus can get around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go.
Where's break tackle?
4, so yeah, if he wants to use the break tackle, the Saurus can. But I don't think
Is that what
he
he's doing
needs
now?
it.
That's exactly what he's doing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh no, he's just
No.
facing it up.
Oh, he's just okay. And then he'll use the other skink to do the 3 die. Yeah.
I think you can do it
Solid,
with the sync
solid.
because it saves you a dice roll, doesn't it?
No, well, I would say that's a pretty good play.
6, 7, 8 for the hit, 2 dice.
No use of rerolls, so he's going to have 4 dice set. Oh, yeah, might as well go and send a Saurus down and mark.
Well, I would almost because if the ball falls short here,
You want at least 3 or 4 men
these
on
guys
it.
need to.
With
Yeah.
you want to put the Croxigar on it
Yeah.
to yeah.
Well, I think this could be the game. If Jawa finds a POW, it could be very hard for Food to get out.
Yeah, he's done the right thing there.
It's good to get the tackle zones on as well, just in case the ball bounces onto one of these elves. Make the catch harder.
Here we go.
If he doesn't find a POW, I just believe that Food will find a way out if he's not knocked out.
Yeah.
So 2 dice, needing a POW with reroll. Here we go, boys. Here we go. It is sudden death. Yeah, it is sudden death.
Oh, hi, Penner.
POW!
He's got it.
He finds it.
Wow. This is not over.
First time. Skink follows up. Here's the armor roll.
I see Itchin's comment there about he got 1 sent off on a foul. I didn't notice. I was just on my way in when that happened. Well, that's quite something. Oh, he's caught the ball on a bounce. Holy moly! He's already moved. That's the only thing.
Yeah, he's already moved.
And you can tell that Food's going to get 2 dice on it. Again,
he's
but
still got
needs
the
to knock it down.
skink. He's still got the skink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
He's doing
8.
exactly that.
Cuts the assist.
He's doing the. He's made that as well. Look at this.
I don't know why he needed those dodges.
No, but anyway, he might be. Oh, he's going over there. Oh, he's
fouling.
fouling.
It's a foul.
Oh, no.
He's got the go for
Go
it.
for it. Oh, this is the foul. Well, he's men up. He's nothing to its re, so why not? No. Yes,
6,
it's through.
7, 8, 9 is through.
Oh, he's. No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
8.
7-8.
There's only 2 assists.
It's only 2. Ooh.
He wants to get the Crocs to go in there, surely.
Yes. I think I would have moved the Croxagore here to mark the Wrestle Witch. Because the Wrestle Witch could go 3-3-2 and then got a 2 dice on the ball carrier.
God, this is.
I don't think I would have fouled then. I think I would have. This skink here who fouled, I think I would have just put it there.
Yeah. Just protect the ball as best he can. Because now he's got a. He hasn't got a 2. He's going to have to take a.
Yeah, so this one standing up cuts both of these assists.
Going in with
this
the Witch
block
Elf.
Witch. Oh, he's rolled a 1 on the dodge. Into a 2!
Drama!
He's down! And it's not far from a clear run. This
a good point.
Blocksaurus just needs to clear here.
A development. Oh, no, sorry. Actually, it was Ramarino. He's right, but they're not moving the turn counter. Oh, no, they have done. Sorry, no, that's what.
Yeah,
they have
that's
done.
it.
They have done. Yeah.
That was his turn too.
So, goodness, he just needs to clear that blitzer away, and he's off, isn't he? Well, he could really manage this. He's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of movement. Movement 8 and 4 skinks out there.
Yeah, so it's actually turn 2.
I don't think we can blame them for being a bit distracted on that. I think they're in a final of a major. I don't really think we can blame him for that.
I think Foods moved Jawa's turn counter more than it.
Really, yeah. Well, yeah. That's.
Here we go.
He's going to make a little sub cage over there.
So nice Wenger bus here. He's done well. This the exposed side is pointed against, so he can't come round. So that's nice and safe. The extra skink there to help. I'd be slightly more worried about coming from this direction. So if I were to be pedantic, I would have swapped the Crocs and the Saurus over to force him to come around this way instead.
Ladies and gents,
and I think he also wants a net here.
Just ask some of you to do us a favour as games start to end, without interrupting those people who are still playing. If you could start gathering up some of the pitches and just laying them flat within their table runs, in the central run of the table. So just gather all the empty pitches from each run to the centre of the table, leave them flat for us. That would just save us all a bit of drama later on. Thank you very much.
That's not a bad idea, is it? Try and mark the witch. Let's go.
Yeah, he wants that one there just to make the dive in harder. With that sort of there.
If you're feeling, you've got 4 re-rolls and 7
you're
plays.
going
You're going all in, aren't you?
You're going in, yeah. You have to now.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's facing 2 turns. Turn 3 is marched around the pitch. Turn 4 is you're going in on it.
I think the only thing for Food to decide is, does he try and take a couple of easier dodges to get people back just for the hits next turn in case it doesn't work?
Yeah, he's looking at
so yeah, he probably wants this one.
Yeah.
I haven't lost a game.
Congratulations, Jace.
No.
I won 2 and I drew 4.
2-4-8. That's good.
So,
Very nice.
I haven't lost undefeated. First
Actually, it's worth just while they're doing their turn, commenting again that this tournament, 190 players.
Wow.
But never seen so many under 18s. There's more than 22. They're the 22 I know about.
That's fantastic.
Because I was doing their NAF numbers, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And again, terrific turnout of foreign coaches. And
it's really nice.
And doing really well. You know, Bad Storm had a really good tournament. I think he's gone 5 wins.
Yeah. Panico.
Yeah, Panico Black has done very well. I think he might have drawn his last game, but they're right up there on the top table as the Italians.
Yeah.
And we've had the Belgians here.
Oh,
as
so
well.
he's coming round. He's coming around the top.
He's going that way.
So it's a 3 and then a 5. He makes
that'd be
the
a one
first
dice.
one for a 1 dice.
So this is a 5-up dodge. Oh,
Needs a reroll. Dodge reroll.
You pretty much need this food. No,
Doesn't make it.
No.
He actually cut this one as well, so it would have been 2 dice.
2 dice. Probably missed that.
Yeah, it was 2 dice.
Quite hard. You like to see sometimes which one's which.
Yeah.
With the paintings, similar styles.
I think as well, it's quite weird when it gets a bit into the afternoon and we lose some of the natural daylight. That has a big effect too.
Big curtains are drawn behind us, listeners and viewers.
Oh, beast mode.
Yeah, actually, it's worth confirming. Petter is asking the question. Yes, it is a
skink with the ball.
Skink with the ball.
Yeah.
And he's got a couple of skinks around it.
So these are the skinks.
He's got some work to do to get out of there.
Those are the skinks.
Yeah.
That's the crocs.
He's just sensible move the crocs. I guess he's going to try and blitz. Is that the witch elf with wrestles sitting at the back?
Yes. So that's why I'm saying making the early easy 2+ with reroll to give you a shot next turn.
Yeah.
And it almost doesn't matter. Like, obviously there are better ways to set up than others, but this witch is coming in, and there's nothing you can really do to stop that.
No. He's got the prehensile tail in there.
That is an elf.
All right. That's one of the foods.
Yeah, that is an elf.
I was just asking just to
Yeah, no, it's because the elf, the line elves and the skinks so
look
that's
very
skink,
similar.
do look quite similar, yeah.
Okay, is he? What's he going for? Oh, he's 2 double up.
So he took the block there.
Blitz action. So he's not blitzed the witch. He's just accepted he's going to have a bunker of a cage.
Yeah.
And
but I think that was good because it means you get to move both of these players.
Is he in range? Have a quick count. 1,
yeah,
2, 3,
2 go
4,
for it.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 2 go for it. Yeah, okay.
But honestly, I don't think it'll come for that. No. If this witch doesn't knock the ball down, there's no one else.
But it's going to be. If it doesn't, it's likely to be on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great tackle on the 2+.
Loves it.
Oh yeah, mark the witch with that.
Just to make it do an extra dodge.
Just do an extra roll.
So elf.
Cool, double one that goes to show right. Now this is all about this witch elf there now for your food. It's turn.
So armor not broken. It is turn 3 now. No, it's not both on turn 3. Its food is now on turn 3.
Turns 3 and Jawa's 2.
I don't think it's turn 4. So turn 1 was the ball sack
3
with the
minutes
lizards.
left, everybody. Need to be wrapping up the
Turn
game.
2 was moving here, and turn 3 was moving there. I don't think I've missed a turn. Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. No, you're right.
It's turn 4.
It's turn 4 for food. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Should I go and nudge him?
Just in case. Yeah, no, sorry, Rachel, you're absolutely right. It is turn 4 for food. Apologies. Lycos has just popped over there to do that. Well, I mean, it's also it's up to the players. Like we shouldn't really interfere. It's for the rest of the players to do it. So they're the ones that need to.
They're looking very
control.
tense. You can't see their faces, people, but both coaches are looking rather sort of tense. So I'm going to forgive them for.
This is the first game we've seen it.
See Jimmy there with his comment? My answer to that would be, when you've finished your turn, you move your opponent's turn counter on, And that signals that you have finished everything. Rather than say, oh, can I just do this because I forgot? Yeah. If you move your opponent's turn counter on, that signifies you've ended your turn. Nothing after that.
And there's no going back.
There's no drama then about the.
Yeah. I've heard that before, and from you, I think. And I really like it.
Yeah. So rather than going back to the bad, he's failed to go in there, Dan.
Yeah.
He's. This is just going to be a bit of a march down now, isn't it?
So it's a wrestle.
He's wrestled him. Sorry, my apologies. Took my off to go and see what they're doing.
3
onto the Crocs.
Oh, please roll a 6, please. No.
Definitely not.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. That's probably fine.
Goodness me.
Ooh, but the ball is on the floor and is next to a stood up elf.
So it's all back on. Goodness me. We've got VM Cats just joined us in the booth. We're going to give him a quick update. So Food won the kick.
Okay.
Had only 7 players.
Okay.
To the 11.
No, he dropped 6.
Sorry,
yeah, that's all sent off. He's done
6 versus 11.
6 versus 11, but won the kick. Went straight down for it. Went straight through the middle with the ball carrier. It was in there to get a 2-line block with Skinks. He rolled the pal, got it. Sat down here, but KFoged left the Wrestle Witch in the backfield and has just done its job.
Okay.
Straight in on the cage. So it's all
wrestled down.
It's all back on now.
Does Food have enough people to get any control over that ball whatsoever?
He's got 6, but he's just dragged a couple of players. He's doing a go for it there, I think. And he's just dragging players back to get in the game. He's going to go for it, isn't he? He's going to go on the ball. He's got the prehensile tail to deal with there, isn't he?
4-up pick.
No, he hasn't. No, because he's come from the side. No, not yet. He's just got a 6.
He's picked the ball up.
That was the dodge in. I think he's just got that ball, you know.
He just picked the ball on the 4, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah. Wow.
Did he declare pass or something? Because we can't hear that from here.
Don't know.
He's on something.
I think he's wondering where to dodge out. What?
Food is right. I think he's passed it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got a mini screen off.
Session, I think.
Yeah,
because it wasn't a dodge.
Because he's brought it back. Yeah.
That elf.
That would only been a 3-up pass.
So he dodged it and picked it up and threw it out.
Has he?
Yeah, that elf should be there. They've nudged that.
Oh. Do you want to tell him that?
I have a non-interference policy.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
To them.
Yeah.
Like
BBC wildlife cameraman Dan.
Yeah, no, but I think
you see the penguin getting munched by the walrus. Let it happen.
The Jawa being munched by the food. Big turn from Food. Big turn. Right, yeah. So we don't actually have many elves left. So here is an elf. Here is a blitzer with dodge. Here is a witch with block.
And the ball.
And here is a witch with wrestle.
So what are we going for here? He's going for the dodge round.
And that is a blitzer with dodge as well.
Wow.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, he's doing it.
And there's the last elf.
Yep. So this is going to be a 2-die blitz.
So needs the power.
With a Saurus. Oh, it's 3 die. He's going to have to re-roll that.
He has to re-roll.
He's still got one more left.
He needs a power.
He needs power and 6 dice. Boom!
Gets it!
Oh,
he's got the power.
Oh. All the other games are finished out in the hall.
Following up
so we're all waiting for this.
It's following up.
Yeah, you would do.
Armour.
Oh,
Through the
through.
armour.
That could be big.
That was biggie. Oh,
no, I think it was through armour and dead.
armour and
That was
dead.
the second
Oh wow.
one.
Oh wow.
And 8.
Yes, you were right, Dan.
So that's
then
dropped
behind there,
fairly
okay.
safe.
God, goodness me. Now he's moved all these skinks, hasn't he? Or has he got one more?
He moved all his kinks in to get the 3 dice on it.
He's got one more skink.
One more,
The
one more there.
previous ball carrier who's wrestled down there.
Where is he? There.
So that's the final skink with an X. And the elves are all... The 5 remaining elves are marked up with O's.
Of course, the other elf there's 2 of them in the tackle, 3 of them in the Croxical tackle zone, so you don't bother rolling that. No, wouldn't risk bonehead.
Absolutely, do not risk the
bonehead.
Crocs. That is fine.
Yeah.
This has got a break tackle, but I would leave him marking up that guy. I think this guy wants to come around here for some more screening. What can he actually do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's ebb and flow, this, isn't it? This half.
Yeah.
Considering it,
Yeah.
Food had it, then the Jawa got it back off of him. Then Food's got it back. Then Jawa got it back off of him. He's got nobody can pick it up with this turn, has he?
No,
But
not
Food
now.
again, running out of players here.
But that's fine, I think. Yeah.
5 is he down to now?
Down to 5 players, yeah.
I think this elf is possibly the most dangerous one, but with the prehensile tail,
It's a
that's
4
still
plus dodge.
There's still a 4 plus dodge, so it'll be 4-2, pick up on a 4,
And then lob it.
Jared's
and then
dodge on a
still
2,
got a reroll.
and then
so
lob it
and
down to the other.
potentially
he's
pass to someone like that.
Looking at
You could even hand it off. So it's a dangerous situation.
Oh no, he's doing the
Yeah,
dodge.
I think that's good. I think that's
he's
good.
going to probably try and pick this up.
Makes it
Dodge skill.
a skill. Needs this.
He
Gets
does.
it.
He does. Oh, what do you reckon? He's going to leave it there. He's used his reroll this turn.
I think so.
And he
Now
won't want
that's
the-
a
he won't
5
want-
dodge.
Yeah, he won't want the bouncy
And
ball.
another 5 dodge because he can't take the 2 out.
Sensible play. Yep,
And
absolutely.
if he tries to blitz this
good,
player,
good play.
yeah, that's calm. That's calm thinking.
He's now got a reroll for the green token there for when he goes to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be 1 in 9
it?
he's looking at.
Is it over until someone scores? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
there.
but
So
we're
this is now
already-
Food's turn 6.
We think they're behind again. It is Food's turn.
Yeah,
turn 6.
so
He
as they
keeps
said,
forgetting.
Jawa's now done his correctly, and Food hasn't.
It's important that because it could, in theory, get to turn 8.
Yeah, it could. And then it's down to who's got the most rerolls.
Go and tell. Just go and tell one of the refs that Food should be on. Oh, he's just remembered.
Food's just
I just moved it.
he's
Okay.
just seen it
Yeah, he's just realised.
before he made a dice roll. Oh, it's a 1 straight away, and a 2.
Oh, he's failed the dodge.
He's immediately 1 in 9 to dodge. He has immediately 1 in 9 to dodge.
Where's the distance? Oh, it's through the armour as well.
Yeah, he's out. No,
Guys,
he's
KO.
not- he's not
KO,
out,
he's gone.
yeah. So he's down to what, 4 players?
4 players at best, I reckon. Now, what does Jawa do here?
Yeah, so he just takes the block on this guy just to remove him from the game. I don't
Through the armour. Wow.
This could be a pitch.
Oh, he's off.
Gosh, he's another one off.
I think we're looking at a NAF Championship
Yeah.
winner,
Yeah,
boys.
I think we are. Unless he's got 3 turns and he doesn't roll a
doesn't
6.
pick- if he doesn't
He
pick
doesn't
up the
pick it on a
ball,
3. But he's effectively going to have 1, 2, 3.
So you've got 2 players close to the ball. I would go and pick with this guy
I'd go and pick up with one of the back 2.
because you might get a free catch.
What would you do now if you rolled a 2? Would you use that last reroll?
Absolutely. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've miscounted.
No, he's not. He's got more to go.
I've miscounted. You need to do it with this guy or the other one.
Yes.
I will move
If
the
he-
other 2 to
1,
protect him.
2,
and then
3,
do it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
So one of those
Screen
2
off
can go.
and then pick.
Screen
Yeah, pick
off
up with
and then
either
pick
one
up
of
with
these
the
2.
other
Yeah, I
ones, yeah.
miscounted.
So you're looking at.
Oh, it's another
Another one off. He killed it.
The only one that could actually score for.
Jawa, he's gone mental.
We have 2
He's taken
elves left.
3s off. We failed the dodge. Man off. Another hit. Dead.
Another hit.
Another
dead.
hit. Dead. Or KO. Goodness
We have
me.
2
He's
elves
taken out
left.
3 in 1 turn.
Yeah. Wow.
KFoged is writing a complaint about the RNG, the TackleZone dice. Oh, Food! What a game! He's going for more hits.
The blue count. So the guy just asked there. The blue count is a used reroll. Okay,
Yes.
so it's been put out like what I do. It put out a reroll on the turn that you use it.
So they're using rerolls differently. Food is using a countdown,
Yes.
whereas Joel's like I do. I like to stack my rerolls and then put them on a
put
turn
my
I've used
rerolls
them.
just because
then you know you've used them.
I
on
put
that
them in my
turn.
reserve bin now. I've been doing
Oh,
all
do you?
sorts.
I just put it on the reroll.
I only,
thing.
obviously with Woodhouse I only had the 2 rerolls, but no, I just put the 2 with the Apo token in the reserves, so you're not knocking it constantly off the turn bar.
Okay.
Has he just picked up?
I think
He
this
has,
is,
and I think this is it.
This is the roll.
This is the 3
big
halves.
roll.
Oh,
It's a
he's
one.
got the last one.
Final
Last
reroll.
This is the
Final
last
reroll.
Goodness me.
It's a 1! What's going on?
Oh my word. Live stream, we're being listened to by lots and lots of gamers now. And they're all going, what are you getting
But
excited
he's
about?
dropped it into another skink.
Oh, has it really?
So he could catch it.
Oh, with his king.
Oh, wow. But it's still a failed pickup.
Oh, he's got it.
Does.
He's got it, it's a failed pickup.
It's a
But
failed pickup, so it's a turnover.
But he has the ball and he's well screened.
But
does
now
have the ball.
Foo's got 2 players.
This player and this
And
player.
plenty
So that's
of
probably a
rerolls.
mistake. This guy probably should have come across here.
Yeah, but he
For a
probably
screen,
Yeah,
but
but it wasn't. I mean, he
moment-
was going to
Always
bounce
moment.
it.
Dodging it.
So he's got
4,
to.
is that it?
He's made it. This is almost certainly a
He needs a
blitz.
3.
Dodge.
Yes, it absolutely is a blitz because he needs the other guy to pick the ball up.
Good. Well, yeah, or just
So
try
1,
and hold it himself.
2. He needs a 3 up. Makes
Made
it.
it.
Needs
And
a
now
2 up.
Wow, it's 1, 2, 3 squares. And that's enough. 4, 5, 6, and that's
It's for 7.
and that's a blitzer, isn't it? With dodge.
It's a blitzer. So 2 dice.
Needs to get it down.
Gets
Oh,
it.
Block. He's got the block.
He's got the block. And it's
Is
an
that-
armour break.
It's an armour break as well. This is random. But what this could happen here is that
It could go to
Jawa
turn 8.
fails to pick it up.
If he fails to pick it up, and Core has 2 rerolls to Jawa's none.
Wow. Yes, of course.
The ball
Look where
has
it is
bounced
now.
there.
Wow.
Where's the other elf?
11 is dead.
We spoke too
Yeah,
soon.
but
We
it's
spoke too
here.
soon.
Yeah. Well, that's all Core could. Oh
And he's
yeah.
going for the pick up.
That's a go for it, isn't it?
It's a go for it.
It's a go for it first.
Let's go for it to go on it.
Gets the go. 4
It's
plus
a
pick up.
4 plus pick up. That's all it is. No.
Fails.
He's going to use the
Use the
reroll
reroll.
quite rightly. Well, mind you, he doesn't want to use them both.
One.
He's
Always
failed
won
it.
it. Where's he going?
No
Goodness
one
sake.
wants this ball.
7.
If it goes into the skink, it is into the skink.
No.
He doesn't catch it. He
Goodness
needs
me.
a 7 or an 8.
7 on that side, yeah.
That's on the floor. So he's going to knock that skink away now. Goodness me,
So,
turn 7.
3 plus dodge, 3 plus pick up. Well, yeah, so he's going to hit this one away first. So we can get 3 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 3 dice block with the block.
Just needs a
Crocs.
push, really.
Just needs a push. That's fine.
Right, that's it.
And now
It's all
it's a
about
3
3
plus
up.
pick up. And then
Run in the corner.
2 go.
1, 2.
Well, no, you wouldn't really go for it though. If he gets the ball, you wouldn't go for it.
Oh yes, it's turn 7. Yes.
Pick
Yeah,
up
yeah.
That one.
He just needs to pick up.
He does.
Oh my lord.
He just doesn't need to be too
Where's he
stupid
gonna
now.
go?
You come down in this ball. You
I
go
was
to
going overside. I thought it was turn 8.
No. It's turn 7. So Food's got one more turn to come back. You come in this corner, surely. Oh my gosh, that's okay.
Is Cajun there?
Yeah.
Okay. So is he giving him
Well,
a-
he's got. It's going to be
Give him a
hard. For,
sniff?
it's going to be tough for Food to do anything.
I think I would have gone 2 squares further. In case
He can block there. That's the croc score, isn't it? That's the croc score.
Yeah, he can block. I
He's
think he can
rolling.
block with a sword.
He's rolling. Oh, he's going to break tackle.
Yeah, so this guy's in against the Crocs. So this doesn't really help.
Yeah, he's
Cross
in.
there.
Yeah, he's breaking tackle with it.
Makes
Yeah,
it
one.
with break tackle.
2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for it there, I think. Yeah.
And then another
And
go
if
for
he makes
a
this
cage
go
up,
for
yeah.
it, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
I think he should have pushed to either side would have been fine, just to make it a
Yeah,
little
I
harder
wouldn't
for
have
the
gone
other
middle
one.
of the pitch, but hey, it's Food's turn 8. Let's see what this develops. Wow. Yeah, several of you commenting that how exciting final it is.
Yeah, he is border winning. I don't think he is.
Trust me, he's not.
So 4 up dodge. Makes it 3 up
3 up
dodge.
Oh,
Dodge skill.
dodge skill. No, yeah, it is.
1,
That's good
2,
enough.
3, 4, 5,
Then,
6.
2 up.
2 up.
Yep. Right, so
that's cut these two.
7.
Now this
that should
guy,
go for it. Food can't get there. He's just burned his last word. Which means if it's a draw, now there's going to be a coin toss.
Yeah.
So
this
this is the blitz now. It's dodging out on a free up. Yeah,
1. Yeah, 2 up. Yeah, 2.
2 up.
Right.
3, 4, 5,
and leap
6.
dodging on a 5. No.
Dodge skill.
Oh, he's walked it in. He moved to turn 8 and 2-1 win. Jawa is the champ.
Congratulations, Jawa.
Congratulations,
New NAF champion.
Wow.
Wow, what a game. Food put up so much of a fight with 2, 3, 4 players, and he was still in it right to the end.
I kid you not, there are about 50 to 60 people around that table. So
that's where they are, guys. That's the crowd.
There's a few moving away. Now the drama's over.
Around the table.
Wow. Congratulations.
There we go.
Well, that's a proper
That was a
24
final.
turns
What
each.
a final. Wow. Oh, well, commiserations to Food.
Yeah, absolutely.
That swung back and forth so many times.
Well, when Food won the kick, I thought he's probably going to get.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he went central though, because
I am too.
Because he allowed the stuff to come from both sides.
Yeah.
So the skins could come around from both sides. Whereas if he'd gone just one side, half the pitch would have been out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Interesting.
Wow. God, true 24 turn final. Food was down to what, 2 players at the pitch at the end?
2 players at the end.
It was down to 2 players at the end.
Down to 2 players.
Yeah.
You were right. It was that one turn just before Jawa failed the pickup where he eliminated 3 players. One from a failed dodge. So it was a 1 in 9 wrestle which would have been great to have. Went off, and then 2 other players went off immediately.
Coming about the teams, well, that's a standard GW team, was it, for the Lizards?
Except for the Crocs, which was custom built from multiple kits.
Right. Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, just the standard GW stuff.
And Food, and I played Food in round 2. It was my only defeat, and he probably told me he didn't like them. doesn't like the models and the colour paint. Sorry,
Nice.
whoever painted that for him.
Wow, what a game. What a game. Well, I don't know what to say here, guys. Thank you very much for watching this stream. What we are going to do is we will be streaming the presentation at the end. So if anyone just wants to stick around and watch that, if you've got nothing better to do, feel free. Otherwise, I don't know if anyone in the stream is interested in doing some Blood Bowl 2, and I'm happy to raid them and send all the viewers their way.
I'm actually just going to cut in there and say
Actually,
before
we do that, before we do that, should we get the guys over for an
I'm just going. No, I think they're in the excitement and everything else.
Okay.
Having done 2 finals, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just going to say big thank you to Dan, who's been doing all this. He's got some great kit here. I tell you wouldn't believe all the servers and the stuff he's got. Wires everywhere. Yeah, blimming great big server. Val's very jealous of this, I can tell. Yeah, great bit of kit and all the sound stuff. Amazing.
Well, the sound stuff's not mine, that's already here.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, but look at this, all these screens and everything else.
Yeah,
That's
bit of
good
a
stuff.
techie nerd. Yeah, thanks for your company, guys. It's been awesome to have you here supporting us along. Yeah. So we hit 100 there at the end there. Wow, that did get crazy.
That's ever known a Lizardmen team win? Even back to the days of the Blood Bowl when it was held at Warhammer World. I don't remember a Lizardman team winning.
Yeah, there might be a first Lizard team as well. And this is the first.
I don't remember Lizards ever winning. We've had Wood Elves and Undead, and Wood Elves has won quite a few.
This is Jawa's first tabletop tournament with Lizards.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a ranking.
His tabletop win. His tabletop win rate is
Spain originally. He's been living. Went to Manchester, and then now he lives local here in Nottingham.
Yeah, plays a lot online. A lot of fumble, but hasn't played a lot of TT in tournaments. So I think
It was nice. I spoke to him a bit yesterday. Nice guy.
So this is his 8th tabletop tournament.
8th tabletop tournament, terrific.
And he's won the best.
Gosh, yeah, you're right. Look at that. Yep, nothing there.
What a game! What a game! What a game! So the players pack up.
Right.
We're going to pack up as well.
We're going to get out there for the presentations.
We'll switch you back to the crowd cam, and I'll just go and get some of the rig changed up so we can stream the final. Thanks for watching. For those guys that are going to leave, do feel free to check out the TackleZone.net for some Blood Bowl articles and tournament reports. And otherwise, I'll see some of you guys in a moment for the end of the tournament presentation.
Somebody who put a lot of effort into organising this, but stepped back recently, is Hawker. If you could just stand up. Great. So next, you saw the Thread Bowl guys at the back, and they had their charity dice competition, which raised £135, but as of yet does not have a winner because Crystal McDowell and Fatboy Slimming tied on the high score. So we need to get them up for a bit of a dice off. Well done, Crystal. And then also the NAF Championship each year marks the start and end of the UK tournament scene Golden Gauntlet Prize. So I'd just like to ask 20 Phoenix and KFoged to come up to the stage, and they're going to talk about what it is and hand it over to the winner.
For those that don't know, Golden Gauntlet runs throughout the calendar year, starting and ending with the NAF. You get points for every NAF tournament that awards a NAF trophy. Last year's winner, Core, is going to present it to this year's winner. It was looking fairly close up until the turn of the year when the eventual winner ran off into the distance. I'd like to call up to the stage Yogi Bedlam Bear.
Everyone told me I should click my fingers because half the Blood Bowl players in the world would disappear. So that's what just happened there. Thank you so much, everyone. I can't make speeches. Honestly, thank you so much for running this event, guys. It's been absolutely tremendous, and thank you to NEP for handing this beautiful trophy to me. Now I'm going to hand this to someone else.
That was great. All right, so on to the awards for the 2019 NAF Championship itself. So 6 rounds, 190 players, had all 26 races here. And at the end of it, this is how it all shook down. So the unfortunate winner of the wooden spoon is Bolbot. So I'll make a speech.
And we had 2 painting categories. So this year, the winner of the dual painting category for his Death Roller Goblin is Battle Puppy. Great, and there was some pretty lovely looking teams as well. There were special mention to the Halflings and the Ghost Ship, but the winner was Dark Dan for the ref team. Great, and then we've got most touchdowns, and this year was 17, everybody's Dead Dave. And then most casualties, with 27 fat boys living. And I didn't know this was a prize, but Football have sponsored very kindly the prize for the most casualties taken, the prize for which is a free ticket to this year's Football. And that goes to Meta Vanadate. And we've got the Emerging Star Award for the Best Young Coach, and this year it goes to Thomas W. And then this year's winner of the Sunty Cup with Halflings, Will Ziff. Great, and then the winner of the League Cup, narrowly missing out on the final through strength of schedule, it is Bad Storm. Okay, so we had a pretty cool looking final, which Dan from TackleZone streamed, so I think we'll go up on either Twitchbox or YouTube or something like that. Putting you on the spot here, but it's going up.
Both
I
on Tuesday.
think it is the first NAF Championship final to go to overtime. And the runner-up of this year's NAF Championships is KFoged. Which makes the 2019 NAF Championship champion, Jawa. Thanks everybody, I'll see you next year hopefully.
That was not a long enough round of applause for the work and dedication of Furious Jim Gradwell and friends. These people have given up a weekend of their time to look after you. Now go home. Dispose. There is nothing to see here.
Well guys, thank you so much for joining us for this weekend. Some fantastic games, especially the final. I will get those up on YouTube by Tuesday. Thanks everyone in chat for being with us all weekend, especially those guys on the first day where we had some technical difficulties helping us out. So that's goodbye from us, and take care, and we will see you all soon. Good night.